What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Counterstroke podcast. Today I'm joined by a pretty interesting character. It's Luke, A.K.A Gordis Dickhammer, A.K.A
What's up?
Iballisticpipi. Welcome to the podcast. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Not gonna lie.
All right. I feel you. Uh, tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, it's a little thing you need to know about me. I'm a little rambunctious.
Yes, of course.
My cars like to be choked,
Uh huh.
and just pretty chill all around.
Yeah. All right. So, Luke, I've heard a couple rumors that that you're gay. All right. Is this true?
Well, you can't really believe people nowadays, Like, there's so many rumors being spread around.
Honestly,
But there is one person that conspiracies revolve around
mhm,
when it comes to being gay,
of
right?
course.
So his name is Joshua Coditis. I don't think you know him, but
Mhm,
he's a little gay rabbit. We call him. He's just kind of gay. Like
of course. Yeah.
he's scammed like friends of ours in the past,
Mhm.
so he's gay.
Sounds pretty gay to me. Um,
Yeah.
speaking of false conspiracies, uh, have you heard that conspiracy where people are like 5G towers cause the coronavirus, and the coronavirus isn't real and it's just radiation?
I've heard many rumors, but I've not heard that. Have you heard the biohazard? Where the fuck am I going with that? Bioweapon rumor?
Of course, everybody's heard the bioweapon rumor.
That one's probably the funniest one out of all of them because they have no fucking evidence to back it up. They're just
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, it's a bioweapon.
Hey, guys, it's a bioweapon. It kills old
Yeah,
people. It must have been a plot. All right,
yeah, yeah, basically.
because the
It's kind of
boomers gotta
funny.
go. It's kind of funny because by them saying the boomers gotta go and that they're draining on the economy, they're pretty much just like going down their own rabbit hole. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Anyways, Luke, so um, you're a big stoner. All right, we all
yeah,
we all know this. Uh,
yeah.
Do you have any crazy experiences that have happened while you've just been like absolutely blazed?
Oh, plenty.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know which one to say because there's been
Well, we've got
quite
a
a
good amount
lot,
of
but
time. We've got like episodes can go up to 2 hours, so like you've got
yeah.
you've
So we
got
have
more than
time.
enough
It's
time.
just which one do I? I'll probably start off with Halloween
Okay.
because a lot of fuck shits went down on Halloween.
A lot of fuck shit.
Yeah, so this specific day, it was me and two of my friends. Actually, no, it was three of them. It was three of us, and one of them was dressed as a clown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one that was dressed as a clown, we always like fuck with, cause like he gets really angry. He's like, "Bro, I'm gonna sue you," and shit like that, cause he's like one of those ritzy kids. So
Oh.
he was hiding in a trash can to scare trick or treaters as they came up. I threw firecrackers in the trash can, and one landed on his dick and exploded, and he has a hole in his costume from where I threw it.
Well, you started off with a pretty good one. I
Yeah,
gotta say.
it gets worse. It gets way worse.
Oh no! What did he do?
So basically, later that day, we're all chilling in the backyard smoking,
Mm-hmm.
and he went off to take a piss, right? So my happy ass, I had brought this really long fuse.
Yeah.
Like just for no reason, I had like extra fuses and stuff like that. So
Who
I had a
doesn't
really
have
long roll of
extra
fuse.
fuses?
So I brought the fuse, like put it to like I attached it to the firecracker, taped it to the bottom of his chair,
Mm-hmm.
and ran the fuse away from him.
Oh.
And when he sat down, I lit it because I had a pretty long roll. So I was like, "Yo, I'll be right back." I kind of walked off, lit it without him knowing it. He fucking goes off and he screams. Like,
you would
so
think he
he
would
had
do
the
the one with
girliest
you.
scream when he screamed, bro. It was so funny.
Well, of course, if he's one of those kids who's like, I'm gonna sue you, of course he has a girly scream.
Yeah, of course he's gonna scream like a little bitch.
Hmm.
Of course.
Of course. Alright. What were the other ones that you wanted to tell me?
So there's one more in particular
Alright.
that really stood out to the other ones.
Hmm.
So how do how do I start this? Basically, it all revolves around a kid fucking a chicken.
Okay. Uh.
And and basically, so we're all high as fuck, right?
Hmm.
And my friend comes back after being gone. Like two of my friends come back, and they come back with these like size, I think 14 custom Adidas's. And he just throws them on the ground like dice and says money because he thought they were Yeezys. And when he looked at them, then he realized they were size 14 Adidas's. And we're like, oh god, wonder who could have fucking wear these, right?
Wait, did he steal the size 14 Adidas's?
Yes, he stole. They were sitting on the porch because my friend lived in an apartment complex. They were
Hmm.
sitting on this guy's porch, and we're like, "Oh shit, you stole Sam Squanch's shoes. What are we gonna do?"
Sam Squanches?
Yeah. So basically, what we decided to do is create a ransom note. And it
Uh-huh.
says, if you want your Yeezys, give us 5 chicken feet, pleasies for the personal. No, it was. I just butchered that sentence. I'm sorry, people. People of the internet, don't judge me.
Alright, hold on. So, you told this man, you wrote a fucking ransom note, alright, and you
Yeah,
told this man, we'll give you your Yeezys if you let us
we'll give
fuck a
you your
chicken
Yeezys for
5 times.
5 chicken peasies for the personal reasies.
Uh-huh, of
And
course.
we put the note in a shoe, one of the shoes, and put it on his porch, and we threw the other one over the fence,
Smart man, smart
like
man.
on, like yeah, onto the highway, basically.
Oh, so basically he was never gonna
So
get his
yeah,
shoe.
yeah,
Nice.
basically we just fucked him over.
Hmm. Now, when did a kid fuck a chicken? That, I'm intrigued.
It's a video. So we were just kind of sitting around doing nothing because we're just stoned off our asses, just kind
Hmm.
of sitting around talking.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, one of my friends just is like, "Hey guys, y'all need to check this out." And he shows us the video, and we just sit there dying for like at least 5 or 10 minutes
Yeah,
from
I
this.
can see why. You showed me the video of the kid fucking a chicken, and I've got to
It,
say,
it's
man,
pretty horrific.
it, yeah, it's screaming and shit.
Yeah, and the fun. I just love how when he gets caught, the guy's like, "Oh no, 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 don't do it, no!" And he's just fucking and he sounds like just some old guy. So I feel bad because some old guy walked in on it, his like grandson fucking a chicken.
Yeah.
Like
Um.
I don't know what I would do in that situation, but I'd be like, "I fuck this, I'm done." I'd be like,
I
"I
don't. I
this is
don't know
enough
what
for
I would.
today."
I don't know what I would do if I was the kid, but if I was the grandpa, I'd be like, this is gonna be a pretty fucking awkward conversation at the dinner table, you know?
Yeah, it I want to know what happened to the kid.
Probably got
Like,
cholera.
did he get beat? Did he get grounded? I don't know.
The one
I
thing he
want to know.
did get
It's a
was a
mystery.
fucking STD from fucking a
Yeah,
chicken.
imagine, like, later on in life when he actually realizes what he did and he has an STD from it. He's never gonna get a bitch.
What? He really isn't.
Bro,
What if I
he
just put
really.
that on his resume? Just chicken fucker.
Chicken fucker.
Chicken fucker. Alright. Where are you from, man?
I'm from a little place called Ohio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Shithole.
kind of live a normal life, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of just like I just live my life like a normal person. I
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Uh,
So do you, Buzz? You live in a normal house with normal people.
hey man, this is a podcast about you. All right.
Bro,
And
who give a fuck about me, bro?
uh, everybody watching.
Alright, so back on topic here.
All right.
Got any more questions, boy?
Mm, you got any hobbies? Uh,
Or is it gonna be awkward silence?
I said you got any hobbies?
Oh, your thing cut out. Sorry. Yeah, I got a couple.
All right. Let's hear 'em.
Smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Great hobby.
pissing people off.
Uh-huh. Amazing
Uh,
hobby. Especially when you combine the two.
yeah, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. You got any more?
Uh, I enjoy like doing blade work, like blacksmithing, stuff like that.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna need you to make me and Chase a couple of cock and ball torture devices. All right.
I, what type? What do you want?
We'll get into that after the
you
podcast.
you want to start off with a cuff? Like a cock ring? You want a cock ring, Buzz?
Ball stretcher.
Oh, I'll have to research that one, dog.
The parachute.
The parachute. I don't know about
The
that. That one's gonna be
parachute.
pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm.
What
So,
about you just hook a toe chain to your balls and attach it to a
all right,
truck or something?
that's enough of this topic. But before we get off this, I will say that's a good way to pull a tooth. Would be a good way to stretch your balls. Now, let's move on.
Okay.
Um,
Alright.
all right. So, you're a pretty funny guy. All right. Um, did you or did you not get a scholarship in funny school?
Uh, what school?
I don't even fucking know either, man. I'm gonna be straight up with you. What is it? Speaking of school, uh, you've told me some pretty kooky stories that have happened at your school. All right. Would you be interested in sharing a couple of them on the podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
Totally, bro. So there's a lot of bathroom incidents. So I'll go.
Mm,
I'll tell a couple bathroom stories.
of course.
How about that?
Yeah.
So basically, we have this security guard. We call him Gramps. I don't even know his real name because we call him Gramps.
Who knows the
But we have
security
an old
guard's name?
security guard, right?
All right.
And he does not know what he's looking for.
Mhm.
Like, this man does not know what a vape is.
All right.
So basically, he comes into the bathroom, right? And I was mid-rip. And I just look him in the face, and I'm like, oh, fuck. How do I make this dramatic? Because he already caught me.
Mm.
He ends up not doing anything, right?
All right.
But
All right.
I blow the smoke. I turn around from him. I blow the smoke into my shirt. And no smoke comes out. I'm like, alright, I did it. And he just looks me dead in the eyes and just says, get out of the bathroom. He never pulled me to the office. Nothing. He just looked me in the eyes with the most disappointing stare
Mhm.
and just tells me to get out.
Dude, you're
So
lucky.
I go out and come to find out every other kid in the bathroom got busted
Mm.
except for me.
Yeah, our school's like really strict about that. Like they literally have like cameras like in the entrance, so like they'll know who goes in there. They'll know if
You
they're like
see,
dicking around and shit. So, and if they
you see,
are,
I
like
go
they
to a
threaten to take
rich
your
white
parents to court.
school. I hate it because everyone is like those rich TikTokers
Oh yeah, that's kind of
that
how.
use like brand names for clout.
Yeah, that's kind of how my school is. I can't say anybody's fucking sponsored, but uh, like using brand names as in like expensive clothing or just like.
Like I so in Ohio, we have some music that not very many people listen to.
Mhm.
So they use that music that like normally the druggies and like actual like gang members in Ohio listen to.
Yeah.
Now the kids in my school use those names for clout to act like they're gangster, but they're
Oh,
not.
yeah, that's kind of how it is over here, but there's like literally no gangs over here. Like where I live, it's like literally the most white place ever. So all the like rich white kids, they're flexing their Gucci, and they're saying they're like a Crip, and then they put
Oh
up one
god,
Crip sign, and it's
that's
kind of
bad.
yeah, it's really bad. But anyways, like my school is really strict about like vaping. Like if you get caught, they will threaten to take your parents to court, and they are also apparently they're supposed to be strict about PDA, which I don't know if you know what
Are you
PDA is.
serious?
Yeah, um, uh, they apparently if you do PDA like 3 times, like if you do it once, you're supposed to get like ISS. If you do it twice, you're supposed to get suspended. And if you do it 3 times, I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but apparently they're gonna threaten you to go to court as well. But I think that was just a scare tactic because we're all retarded and we don't know better. But yeah, I don't think they can take you to court for fucking PDA.
I no, they can't. They're not allowed to because PDA, like if you're making out with someone, yeah, go ahead, do that. But if you like say you have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
you want to hug her,
Mhm.
hold her hand.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. I
what
don't get what the
bamboozles me
fuck is
about
going
your
on.
school is that everywhere else in the world, you will see people hugging, holding hands,
Yeah.
or even kissing.
Mhm.
And they're basically trying to like create a rule that makes it so you just stand out against everyone else. Like they're just being complete cockheads about it.
Mhm. But if you're just doing it casually, like I don't see what the issue is.
Yeah. I really don't see the issue
But like,
either.
yeah, they said like hugging and holding hands was bad, but literally everybody at my school does it, and they really don't care. I've seen a
I mean,
couple.
there's nothing they can do to stop it, really.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people doing it, they're just gonna kick. What are they gonna kick out the whole school?
Yeah, I know.
Like nigga, like what's their goal?
I've seen a couple like kiss right in front of a teacher, and they really didn't care. Uh, oh no, I have a really bad story, but I don't feel comfortable telling it for a reason. But
You can just tell me later off
no, I've already
off
told you.
podcast.
I'll just not like say any names. But
Alright.
everybody at my school is gonna know. So basically, uh, like we were at this field trip on this mountain, all right, and we were walking, and like a teacher is right behind me, and I didn't know. So my girlfriend at the time, she slaps my ass, all right. So I do it back, and then the teacher catches me, and she pulls me back, and she pretty much just says, "Hey man, no." And that's all she did. She did
No,
not care.
no.
That's all she did.
Oh,
Dude, she literally just
no.
pulled me back and just said, "Hey man, no." And then just like, "All right, you can go now." And I was like, "Okay, okay."
That's that's beautiful, bro.
It really
That,
was. That teacher comes in clutch, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
yeah, I have a couple pretty cool teachers
She's
that,
probably my
that
favorite teacher. Like if you're nice
I
to her,
mean,
she's
like,
really nice back. But if you're like being a dickhead in class, she can be pretty mean. But I get that. I'm cool
well,
with
I mean,
teachers
I
like that.
understand that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's her class, so she has a right to be angry if you're interrupting it.
Mhm.
But we
It's
do it anyways because it's fun.
Yeah,
Sorry, deal with us.
the main reason why she gets like really angry is because she's the ELA teacher. So most of the time it's like group reading, so everybody's supposed to be quiet. So that's the main reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, for me, really, I was in school. The only reason I was in school was to piss everyone off.
Hmm.
Because I was one of those kids that wanted to piss everybody off.
That was
So,
that was literally
all my
me in
teachers hated
school.
me.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds pretty
And
funny.
there was only one teacher I was cool with, mainly because he loved me, bro. He loved my jokes and everything like that.
Hmm.
So like we were cool, but all my other teachers hated my guts. Like they any time they could get me in trouble, they would get me in trouble. At
Yeah.
one point, I had ISS for a year straight because one specific teacher just went way overboard for punishments.
Oh
And
yeah.
coincidentally, it was the ELA teacher.
Yeah, I fucking hate teachers who do that. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And I can actually really relate to being that one kid who's just there to solely piss people off, because that was literally me the whole elementary school.
Bro, I was put on this earth to piss people off. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know
The
about you,
first
but
time the first time we met, you made me so fucking mad. And now look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought?
yeah. I
Anyways.
mean, Uno's really made us bond over the
Yeah.
years.
Fucking Una. I've already had that aneurysm. It just hardwired my brain to deal with your bullshit. Because now I know
yeah.
nothing could be worse than Una. Not
now
that
you
it's
don't
a
want to play Uno with me that much.
yeah. Not that it's a bad game. It's just Luke
it's
will
just
fuck
me.
you over if you're playing Una with him.
if I'm next to you, you're screwed.
Yeah, I was
Like,
about to say.
it's like whoever's next to me, they're just dead, bro. They're not gonna survive that Uno game.
Like he could have two cards, and like one of them could be a color card, and the other could be a +4. And
and I would wait to
the
use the plus
color,
four.
yes, the color could quite literally be on the color that the color card is, but he will use the +4 just to piss you off.
yeah.
He does not care about winning. But
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
just collect as many cards as I can until I get all the +4s, and I'll just +4 the same person over and over again.
Hmm. Speaking of collecting as much cards as you can, remember when we fucking bricked Uno that one day? Like we got so
Oh
many
yeah,
cards that the
when we
game
broke
just
it,
fucking
that was
broke.
bad.
It
That was like
really
a
was.
2-hour Uno game. It was
Yes,
cursed.
dude. Everybody had like 100 cards, and you could only pull one type of
And
card.
we were actually trying to beat each other too. We
Yes,
just were not getting lucky. We just kept fucking up everything, bro.
and the only card that you could pull was a card that gave people more fucking cards.
I know. It was torturous.
I don't know
I
if
don't
you
even
guys are.
think we won that game. We just quit, bro.
Yeah,
We
you
couldn't
did
even
just
finish
quit.
it.
I don't.
Because it was so broken, it wouldn't let you play. Like, you couldn't get rid of cards.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Uno, but basically, on the online version, there's a bunch of different modes, but there's one that comes with the game, and it's called Rabbids. All right, and there's a certain card that you get where if you draw it, a little autistic rabbit comes over to the deck and throws a bunch of cards up in the air. And then it basically gives everybody cards, but there's somebody that has a chance of not getting cards, but most of the time everybody gets cards. And it could range from
I mean,
everybody getting to 1, 2, 3 to 4, and it's just random amounts for everybody. And that was the only card
I
you could
usually
pull.
get lucky with it, though.
Yeah,
And
you're
not get
usually
cards, and
the.
then you're usually the one that gets the most.
I know, I hate it so
and
much. I don't know
it's
why it does
usually
that.
when I place it down, too, is when you get the most.
Yeah, you always fuck me over, dude.
Coincidence?
I think
I think
not.
not.
Anyways, does your school like do these like random things that you have to like pay to get in, like these dances?
Yeah. I'm not allowed to go to them anymore.
Yeah, I
I
wasn't
got
allowed
banned from
to.
going.
I got banned from going to the ones only in 6th grade because I decided, you know what? I'm pretty fucking bored. And they had this thing where you could like go out to this like little like kind of yard place that had a couple picnic tables. So and there was like this pretty like kind of tall flower bed. It was a good 2 feet tall. And I decided, you know what? I'm fucking bored. So this was like pretty close to a wall. So I get on the 2 foot flower bed and I jump to the wall and I like cat grab it and then I pull myself up. So I'm on the school. And another student did this with me, but he didn't get caught. And then he jumped off and I was being a cocky fucker. And there was a ladder next to me, so I climbed up of it and I was trying to show off, so I hung off by one hand. And then I climbed back down, and since everybody's huddled around, of course the teacher's gonna check. So where I was, there's like this hallway, like kind of far away from it, but it's like all glass, so you can see out of it and like directly onto the part where I was. So there's this teacher, and he looked out of it, and he saw me up on the roof, and I was trying to hide, but I couldn't because he saw me, and I didn't know where he was. And then I looked up and I saw him, and I was like, well, shit. And then somebody found me and I had to sit out for the whole time, and then I couldn't go to any more dances in 6th grade.
Damn.
But I still went to one because they forgot about it like after the third quarter of the year.
I mean, like, I've climbed on top of the school before,
Hmm. A lot of
but
people
I've
climb
never
on it.
gotten caught, and I'm happy I haven't. But
Yeah. Most people
because I
climb on
probably get in a
schools like
lot of
after
trouble
hours
because
or
my
on the
teachers
weekend.
hated me, and they would probably take me to court for some bullshit.
Yeah.
So so yeah, I've gotten lucky, but I've just been a lucky bastard in general. But
Hmm. I'm on some pretty good standards with my teachers this year, and I was on decent standards last year. I got on one of them's nerves pretty bad, and that was my social studies teacher. But we don't talk about her. Fuck you.
yeah, I have better standards now than I did before, mainly
Yeah.
because I had really bad ADHD. Like, I was
Yeah, yeah.
all over the place, I was jumpy, I was just completely, I had too much energy.
That's
So,
exactly
like,
why
I
I was a
always had
dickhead.
the energy to piss someone off. So, I always pissed people off to get rid of energy.
Yeah. I
And then it just became a habit, and then I've kind of broken that habit now. So now I'm
yeah.
more of a chill person.
Yeah, that's literally the same thing
But
that
yeah,
happened
if
to
you
me.
like, I we talked like when I had really bad ADHD. Like we played with each other every now and then.
Yeah. And that was when you
Like we
pissed
didn't
me
play
off.
with each other as much. I played with more with like custom gender and
Oh no, you can say Chase.
what was I can't remember his name now, but I forgot his name. But uh yeah, I played with more other people, but now it's more me, you, a
Yeah.
couple other people.
But I can honestly really relate to that because the reason why I was such a fucking dickhead to everybody and like so weird in elementary school was I'm pretty sure I still haven't gotten tested for it, but I'm pretty sure that I had like really bad ADHD because ADHD is really common in my family. Like all of my siblings have it, and yeah, I never got tested for it, so I never got medication, and yeah, I guess I've just kind of adapted to it now. But sometimes I just randomly get really energized and I become a fucking dickhead again, but it's not really that often. It probably happens like once every week.
I mean, the most like the how would I put it? Like basically whenever you're sleep deprived, you become
Mm.
like the biggest
Yes.
shithead.
Yes, yes,
Like
I know.
we will be playing Minecraft like late at night, bro. Like early in the
You're a
morning,
fucking
actually.
dick.
You'll just be fucking dicking around the whole time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, what? Why are you such a shithead? All of a sudden, you're like, bro, I'm just sleep deprived. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's like the only other time my ADHD will ever like come out. And it fucking
It
sucks because I'm always up like all night. So by the time it's like 3 a.m., I'm such a dickhead to everybody.
yeah.
But I haven't really been tired at 3 a.m. recently because my sleep schedule is really fucked up. I only get tired at like 6 now.
Bro, I go off the stoner schedule. You go to sleep when you want, you wake up when you want.
Go to sleep when you want, wake up when you want. Honestly, dude,
And you eat
that's how I
whenever you
be.
want as well. That's another one.
So, Luke, be honest with me, man. You ever do gang shit? Like rob bitches?
Uh, disclosed information.
All right, I understand. All right, man. I only got 4 subscribers, but like that's cool. All right. Sad thing
Just in
is,
case
like,
people go back like later on in life.
in,
Oh God,
you know what? I want to
imagine.
catch this 15-year-old. I want to get him locked up. Fuck this man. Fuck him. He's going to jail.
I'll go to jail eventually. Just give
Oh,
it
you
time.
definitely will. I'm sure of it. But
just give it time. Let it happen on its own accord.
yeah, when we were talking about who's the most likely to go to jail, for some reason, 2 people said me and 2 people said you.
I'm surprised everyone didn't
Yeah,
choose me.
I was actually really surprised. Because I don't really do anything outside at all. I just kind of walk around and dick around sometimes, but that's about it. Speaking of
Yeah,
which, have you ever had any encounters with the popo?
plenty.
Oh, would you like to run some of them down?
Oh, run from the. Oh, actually,
Oh
pretty
no, not
recently.
run from them. I'm asking if you would like tell some of them, but I would like to hear the one where you ran from them. All right,
So
that sounds pretty good.
basically,
Uh huh.
it was just some lady complaining
All right.
because we were at the park being
Yeah.
nuisances.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of my friends, he decided to stay behind because I guess he didn't want to run. He wanted to just kind of like stay there, so they'd think, like only one person. And I was like, bro, you could have ran. There's no one's gonna stop you. It's because of fucking Corona. Like, what are they gonna do about it?
Yeah. You can definitely get
But
away
yeah.
with a lot more, and I know that now because I went outside today and I saw everybody riding dirt bikes on fucking public roads.
Oh
Like
yeah,
illegal dirt bikes
the
too.
highways are empty, bro.
Yeah.
There's literally people that race on the highway right next to my house, and I can hear it at night.
Yeah, we
I can
dude,
get onto the highway from here, so I was just kind of over there watching them.
yeah. I can
So
kind of relate to that cuz there's like this church and there's like this road like right next to my house and the church is also right next to my house. So I sat on like the stairs on the church and there was these 2 people racing on dirt bikes like around this little place that we call the town square
yes,
and it was so entertaining. It was so good.
bro, I saw the funniest thing. So I was just kind of out, right? Just kind of like wandering around
Yeah.
because I was bored. So I saw this guy come around the corner gunning it on this dinky ass go kart.
A fucking go-kart?
Yes. And
Oh
it
no.
wasn't even a good one. It was like those ones you see at the racetracks, like the really crappy ones, except
Oh
smaller.
no. The ones
And it
that kind
had
of
an
look like a
even worse engine in it.
the
It was
ones
so and it was so rusty too. It was so
Oh.
disgusting.
Are you talking about the go-karts that kind of look like a seated tractor?
Yeah,
Not tractor, lawnmower.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I fucking hate those. We have a place pretty close to us that has those.
It
It's
it sounded like you tried to put a turbo in a golf cart, but it didn't
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Like a
That's
golf
exactly
cart
what
with
you
like a
said.
really crappy like 25cc engine.
hmm But anyways, back to our whole police fiasco. Um, yeah, I've had a story where I've ran from them once. So this was back whenever I was being a little shithead. I was 10, and yeah, if my mom watches this, I'm not really scared about her finding it because she knows what I did when I was 10, and I'd rather not get into it because it's kind of personal. But yeah. So me and one of my friends, we were outside at like 10 or 11. I'm pretty sure it got to like 1 a.m. at one point. And my excuse for being outside, because my mom knew I was outside, was that I was playing Pokemon Go and trying to catch a Pokemon. Alright, which she believed because, I was 10. So we're just kind of chilling at the park. We're not doing anything illegal. We're just literally sitting there and just talking. But I guess somebody had like a noise complaint because we were kind of like yelling and like making fun of the joke. So I
Ah,
guess
noise complaints,
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. So I guess somebody
Good.
just
I've
called
gotten
us.
many noise complaints. I can relate to this one on a personal level.
Of course you did. So I guess somebody just kind of like called because we were being obnoxious pretty late at night. So yeah, we were outside and all of a sudden like this car pulls up and we were pretty sure it was an undercover cop because like they knew we were young, so they I'm having a stroke. They knew we probably would have ran. So I think it was an undercover cop because he was in like a white truck. So we run from that.
Oh,
Actually, I'm pretty sure that was the guy who called the cops on us. Cause after that, like we were kind of like hiding.
damn.
There's this museum and it's like kind of illegal. It's like trespassing if you're over there at night. And like there's this kind of like it's a weird like
Oh,
shack thing that's like not fully built and it's made out of like 2x4s, so you can easily slip in there. So we were kind of just like chilling in there while we waited for him to go, and then we heard police sirens, so we were like, okay, fuck, they're gonna find us. So we his house was like right next to the museum, so he goes in his house, and I have to fucking go full sprint to my house. And he told me the next day that the police knocked on his door, but they never came up my road. And I was watching out the window like all fucking night. I was so paranoid. And I saw like four cop
damn.
cars. And it was so scary.
That sucks.
It was pretty sussy.
Yeah, I feel that. Like the first time you get that feeling, it really freaks you out.
Yeah.
I was high as shit the first time that happened, so it didn't
Oh
really
no.
do much because I was too high to even like understand what was happening.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like fucking around.
Yeah,
Even on my
Gordis,
way like
favorite.
back to like where I was staying, like I was still fucking around with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just wasn't that paranoid. Like I was like, if they catch me, what are they gonna do? Throw me in jail? I'm too young for that.
Yeah.
I was like that bratty kid that was like, I can't get caught.
Uh-huh. That wasn't.
And I never really, and because of that, I never really got caught because I was always like one step ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like
Smart.
I was a contradicting asshole when it came to police. Like
Yeah.
I contradicted myself every step of the way. Like I was like, if I go here, then this will happen.
And then it
So I'm
happens.
gonna go this way. Like I was like that type of kid, bro.
Of course. But that was not the first encounter with my with police, but that was definitely like the first serious one.
One of the scariest.
Yeah, the first encounter that I've had with the police was one day. We have like this memorial, and it's also called the square. I already like told you this. The people were racing. Um, and like it's like this veteran memorial, and it's like pretty tall. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna climb on this, cause I really do not care about things like that. Like I don't know why. Like I can see why people care. Like I'm not saying like it's not important, but like whenever it comes to like doing shit around it, like I just don't feel anything and I don't know why. So I climb on this
Yeah,
memorial and I'm just sitting there and so many people drive by and I'm this is when I didn't have any clout. So I'm sitting there, people are driving by. There was a girl and she was not my age, but she was like, "Oh my god, look at that. Look at that man." And I was like, yeah, yeah."
kind of like showing off for the ladies, was.
Yeah, yeah, I was that kid. And
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, so some like veteran, he called the cops on me, and I'm kind of happy he did, cause that made me feel a little bit towards memorials like that. But now that kind of wore off, and now I really don't feel any emotion against it anymore, which I really don't know why, but I just don't. So he pretty much just talked to me, told me to get down, and explained why it was important to some people, and he said even if it's not important to me, uh, it might be important to somebody else because people's names might be on there, which that was not why it
Yeah,
wasn't important to me because there's plenty of my family members who are etched on it. But yeah,
yeah.
I was just kind of vibing up there. I'm gonna be honest, trying to get clout. But
Vibing with your family, bruh.
No, I was not vibing with my family. My sister and one
That
of
could have
my
been your excuse, bro.
yeah,
And they would
probably
feel that on an emotional level. They'd be like, "Oh, that's sad," and then you'll get out of it because they'll be like, "Oh, that
yeah.
sucks."
He thought I was alone, which I told him I was, but I wasn't because I didn't want to snitch on my sister. But my sister didn't even know what I was doing. My sister was at the library because at the time we didn't have Wi-Fi, so I'm having a stroke again. She was just that. This is why I'm called counterstroke, by the way. Uh, she was just
Oh,
at this library because it had free Wi-Fi, so she was leeching off the Wi-Fi, and yeah,
yeah.
she's not allowed to hang out with the person she's hung out with at the time, and I don't want to go over why. But yeah. So I didn't want to snitch on him, so I just kind of took it for the team, and he just pretty much sat down with me. And my sister is kind of a cuck, cause she didn't even come over there. She just watched from a distance me just get sat down by a cop. She didn't check if I was okay or anything. She just watched it go down.
I mean, I mean, from my experience, like my sister, she's like, if you get in trouble, I'm not helping you because it's your choice to get in trouble.
Yeah, that's my
Like,
sister too.
she's fine with me doing the things I do, mainly because she's like, if you get caught, it's your fault. But I'm not
Hmm.
gonna snitch on you because, like, that's how most people I know
Yeah,
are,
my sister
and
snitches
how my
on me,
family is.
but I guess I kind of know why she did, because I can tell this story because actually no I can't because this might get me in trouble with people. But
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's chill.
yeah, basically something happened and my sister told my parents and I got in pretty big trouble. Uh, but yeah, she told me that
Damn.
so that I didn't do the thing again because it really could have gotten me fucked over for a really long time. But yeah, I'm kind of happy that she told me that because I know for a fact if she didn't do that to me, then I would have done it again and most likely would have gotten caught.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy she helped me out like that.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Doesn't mean you won't make a lot of them,
But
but
then
you learn
after
from them.
that, my sister is really paranoid and accuses me of everything. So she would always accuse me of stealing her jewel, and one time she lost her jewel. And like I didn't even take it. I took my brother's jewel because he had 3 of them. So I stole one of his jewels, and then my sister found that one, and she said, "Fuck you, dude! You took my jewel." And my brother knew it was his jewel, so he was like, "Calm down, it's my fucking jewel." But then he's still. They both accused me of still taking her jewel, even though they tore down my room and couldn't find shit. And then they asked me if I sold it to
That's about
anybody,
right.
which I did not. And then one time, my sister like lost one of her jewel pods and accused me of stealing it. And
Why would
it
you steal a jewel pod if you don't have a jewel?
yeah, that's what I
Is what
was
I want to
that's
know.
what I said.
Like,
But hear me out. She did think that I had her jewel, which I didn't. She just fucking lost it. Probably fell in her air vent because she
probably.
yeah, most likely. But yeah, so she accused me of stealing her jewel pod and she was screaming for like 20 minutes straight and then she finally finds it in her car. So that finally kind of wakes her up a little bit to show her that no, I haven't been stealing her shit. But I could see why because there was another story with something that I don't want to get into where I was stealing her like jewel pods and stuff. And
You don't have to get into stuff that can get you in trouble.
yeah, well
You don't have to get
my
into
parents already
too
know
much.
about it. It's just it can get somebody else in trouble. And I don't feel like
Yeah,
risking that. My parents already know who it is too, but like the feds don't.
yeah. Fuck the feds. I hope you
Fuck
hear
the
me. Fuck
feds.
the feds.
Fuck the feds.
Fuck the
Sound like
feds.
fucking 6ix9ine, and then you go into fucking court like, Your Honor,
You want to
that's
know
a
the difference
guy.
between me and 6ix9ine?
You're not a rat. You don't have whiskers.
Everything. Complete polar opposite.
Mm-hmm.
One's dumb and one's sorta dumb.
Dumb. No, you're both pretty fucking.
One's dumb,
You're
but
both
one's
pretty
dumb.
fucking stupid. But
One's dumb, but the other
it's
is
dumb.
dumb.
No, you and Takashi 6ix9ine are both borderline retarded. I can tell you that right now.
Hold on, say again, you cut out.
You and Takashi 69 are both borderline retarded. Does it keep cutting me out every time I try to say borderline retarded?
Yes.
Okay, I said you and Takashi
It
six
doesn't
nine are.
like you saying retarded.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It's really offensive, Buzz. Buzz,
Alright.
how could you say that? That's so goddamn offensive, you fucking
Mhm.
cunt.
Luke, do you prefer night or day?
Night.
Yeah, me too. Have you ever just like walked
Have you ever
around at
slipped
night?
away from people at night, bro? It's so satisfying.
Uh, I was gonna ask you if you ever like just walked around town at night and just like it's a different vibe for sure.
Okay, there's one thing I will say,
What?
but I can't say much about it, mainly because fuck the feds.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
graffiti.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never done graffiti
Just,
mainly because I have
it,
no
it,
artistic talent at all. Almost said autistic.
I wasn't the best. Like, you've seen some of my drawings, but I
Mhm.
wasn't really the best
Yeah,
at it.
I'm usually that one kid who will just kind of like scribble something with like a Sharpie and it's like really small. I'm just that kind of kid.
I bet you're the type of kid to like just draw a penis out of like a purple Sharpie, like
Mhm.
like the ugliest purple Sharpie you can possibly
Yeah,
find.
that's me. And I would make
Just
it really
draw like the
small.
biggest dick you possibly can somewhere
Or I would just
and
like
be like,
engrave
"Alright,
it.
I'm satisfied with this."
Yeah. If it was like wood, I'd just engrave it with like a rock.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of graffiti with Sharpies, me and Chase discovered that if you go into the woman's bathroom at this one like place where you walk around the river, it's called the River Walk. No fucking way. Nobody could have guessed that. But it's like this really fucking sketchy bathroom. It's pretty much like two brick porta potties like right next to each other. It just looks like a brick. It just looks like a brick shack, but it's divided by a wall in the middle and it has two doors. So it's the boy and women bathroom. All right, and in the girls' bathroom, for some reason it's in the girls. I don't fucking know why, but it says if you want a good blow job, call like Raimi Johnson or something like that. I think his name's like Raimi or something like that, and he was our principal.
uh,
Yeah, he was our fucking principal, but he moved
Someone
and he quit.
probably put that there because they're pissed at the principal.
Most likely, but they put a
I
fucking
mean,
phone
I.
number. And I was really tempted to call it. I'm not sure if they put a phone number. I'll have to ask Chase because I don't really remember it much. But all I know is it said if you want a good blowjob, contact the principal, Raimi Johnson. And I was like, okay, well, it's kind of neat. But yeah, I don't think he knew. And also, it's a dude, so yeah,
I mean, you
I'm
want to
pretty
know
sure
what's
it's just to piss
in
him
the
off.
bathrooms in the place that I am? I am turning into your name, Buzz, your podcast name.
Hmm.
I'm turning into that.
Oh, counterstroke, yeah.
Yeah, I really just can't word English at all.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think
Like
anybody
English
can.
word.
Yeah.
Like what's like the English word
Hmm.
letter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I don't do that.
Okay. All right. All right.
But now you know German.
Uh huh.
Yep, you heard of the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they were doing it right.
All right. Luke, it's almost.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a sensitive joke. I'm sorry. That's the type of
Mhm.
person I am.
All right. It's about time to wrap this up. So if you have anything to say that you've been wanting to say, just go ahead.
Subscribe to PewDiePie
Uh huh.
and fuck. There's something else I was gonna
I
say.
meant like stories that you wanted to tell, but
Oh, stories? Oh, you want to say? Okay.
like no, you can say things that
Well,
you want to say, and also you can like tell things that you wanted to tell as well.
subscribe to Jake Hill
Mm-hmm.
and Josh A on YouTube. That's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
all right. What about me?
Uh, watch this boys podcast more. It's gonna get real interesting real
Alright,
quick. You know,
alright,
you never know what's gonna happen, and you never know who he's gonna have on. You
yeah,
should
yeah,
totally watch.
thank you, Luke. You got anything else that you want to say? Like anything long, or was that it?
Not really.
Hmm. Alright, well, uh, that's gonna have to do it for this episode of the podcast. Luke, I appreciate you coming on. It was pretty interesting. Alright.
A fun ride.
It was.
It, it,
I've learned
it
some
was a bumpy
things.
ride. I mean,
I've learned some things that I really didn't know about you.
yeah.
That's saying
Learn new
something.
things every day.
Yeah, the more you know.
You know. Okay. Here's what you need to do.
What?
Now you gotta put like a really shitty like JPEG link that just shows the picture. The more you know with the fucking rainbow.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Alright.
Alright. The more
Bum 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 bum.
images. Alright. Let's get this. Yep. Let's drag it there. Yes. There we go. Alright, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning into the podcast. I'll have more episodes later, and, yeah, Luke, say your goodbyes. Luke?
Hmm?
Okay, actually, no, before we go, I want to know how you got the name
I just
Iballistic.
wanted to make it so awkward for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyways, before we go, I just really want to know, how did you get Iballisticpipi as your name?
I stole this account from that Josh kid I mentioned
Oh,
earlier. So, yeah.
yeah.
He used to watch a lot of Minecraft stuff. So did I, but I'm not gonna get into
Oh,
that.
Iballistic
That can be a
Squid.
later podcast.
Alright, alright. I'm gonna have you on again someday. Just for that
Yeah.
story. It's gonna be a fucking, like, 10-second podcast.
It's just me saying Minecraft, Minecraft, Minecraft.
Alright, well, Luke, I appreciate you coming on, and, sign us
Yep,
off.
no problem.
Luke? Luke, fucking sign us off, you fucking dick.
Oh, sign us off.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright,
Well, I'll catch y'all noodle gangs later.
alright. Thanks, man.